Well, first, Your Honor, we'd ask that the court would find that Mr. G is the biological father of the child.
And
Lennox
everyone,
Cole.
and
No objection. There are DNA tests probably on file.
yes, there are DNA tests on file from March 28th, 2025, that show he cannot be excluded. So Ms. Cole, everyone is in agreement that he is the biological father at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay.
And the parties have agreed to joint managing conservatorship, phased in visitations at three phases at 4 visits each. The parties have also agreed that Ms. Cole would maintain health insurance and dental insurance through her employer. Cash medical will be ordered at $258, and cash dental would be ordered at $37. Current child support with credit for the cash medical and dental would be $575, and all of that to begin October 1st, 2025. And we reserve all other issues. As far as the contested issues, the parties have agreed to 3 visits phased in at 4 visits each. What is contested is when these visits will occur.
Okay.
And if I may give a little bit more clarity, first of all, slight misspoke, 3 phases of 4 visits each. And I believe there's agreement as well on the terms, even of those phases, is just literally the dates. So the first phase of 4 visits would be 4 hours supervised from noon to 4 at a South Dawn Dog Park in Houston. I think those dates actually were agreed. It's just the other ones. And all the rest, there's a halfway exchange location in, what was at a Buc-ee's in, where is it?
Madisonville.
Madisonville. And it is just could not get an agreement for the dates of the second and third phases.
And Your Honor, actually we don't have an agreement anymore either on the supervised visit location and dates either.
All right, never mind then.
Okay, so it's not going to be at the dog park necessarily.
Correct.
Okay. But everyone still agrees that they'll be noon to 4. Or no?
Possibly. Yes, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I guess you all might. I guess Ms. Montgomery, do you want to begin with testimony?
Sure. I'll call Ms. Cole.
Okay.
Ms. Cole, you heard and understood the terms of the agreement as far as what you've actually agreed to with the other party. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're in agreement to all those terms that I represented that we agreed to, correct?
As far as like the child support, insurance, not the visitation, correct?
Not the dates of the visitation.
Okay. Yes, correct.
Yes. And you agreed that this is in the best interest of your child, correct?
Correct.
And you would like the judge to sign an order as far as those terms, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And as far as visitation occurred goes, y'all have reached an agreement that there would be 3 phases: a supervised phase, an unsupervised phase that's short, and an overnight visit before we get to the regular standard possession. Is that correct?
We were just talking about the supervised and the unsupervised and then the overnight, yes.
Correct. Because how old is your son?
1.5.
Okay, so we want to make sure that it's a smooth transition. I know that y'all are trying to do that.
Yes,
so it's standard that visits occur on the 1st, 3rd, and 5th Saturday of each month. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but you don't agree with that for to begin visitation with your son, correct?
I did agree at first until we couldn't. It was the accommodation thing about to where we accommodate him with the Houston thing 2 days, and then we do the Madisonville the 4 days. But if we can't come to an agreement for the best of the child, then I'd rather just do the original agreement from scratch, from what it's supposed to be from the courts.
Okay, and by that what are you proposing that y'all would go by the standard? I mean, you would go by the first, third, and fifth of
Yes,
each
ma'am.
month.
Yes,
Okay, so
ma'am.
that would mean you would start with 4 visits at 4 hours each.
Mhm.
And then you would go to 4, I mean, and those are supervised,
Mhm.
right? And you would just go the first, third, and fifth of the month. And then you are asking for 4 visits for 4 hours each of unsupervised.
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then you'd go to the 4 overnights.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where are you proposing for for the supervised visits, the 4-hour supervised visits? Who would you propose supervise the visits?
Me.
Okay. And where would you like those 4-hour visitations to occur?
Houston. The same location we had before.
At the dog park in Houston. I mean, not the
Yes.
dog park, but the park in Houston.
Yes.
Or that Southdown Dog Park. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you would like those 4 supervised uh visitations to have occur at the Houston park. And why in Houston at that park?
Just because it's closer for him, and it's a environment that he's familiar in. He's been there multiple times. He's already familiar being that he's meeting a complete stranger. And then it's not that far of a distance being that he has to be there for 4 hours.
Okay. And for the 4 unsupervised visits, where do you propose that those 4-hour unsupervised visits, where would you propose they occurred?
I really would propose they occur in Houston as well.
Okay.
Where
And at
does he
this,
live? Can we just clarify that?
Oh.
Like, what are we talking about here? Houston versus what?
Dallas, Your Honor.
Dallas. Okay. Thank you. You may proceed.
okay. So the 4 unsupervised visits you want to also occur
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Houston. Okay. And the 4 overnight visits, where would you?
I would rather those occur at his place where he resides, just so that my child was getting comfortable with the area, that he's going to be around.
Okay. So you want those that hit at Mr. G's home?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Hutton, do you have any questions for Ms. Cole?
When are you proposing these visits take place?
What the court orders, the every third and fifth.
Okay. Nothing further.
And so to clarify, are you saying the first, third, and fifth Saturday of the month?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because there's nothing in the family code for these things. So
Okay, that's what I was advised. I'm sorry.
Okay. I guess Mrs. Montgomery, do you have any other questions for her?
Let me check one more thing, Your Honor. Okay, Your Honor, I would call Mr. Gee.
Okay.
G.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry,
ma'am.
Mr. G. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. You also understood, Mr. Gee, you were here during the well, I read the terms of the agreement, and I just wanted to confirm that you've heard and understood the terms and you're in agreement with the other party on these terms.
Is it just on Saturdays or is it Saturday and Sunday?
Not so we we're bringing before the judge the issue of what days that visitation will occur, but I'm asking if you're in agreement as far as child support, medical support, joint managing conservatorship, and every other issue that we discussed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're in agreement with that? Is that a yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and do you believe that's in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
And you would like the judge to sign an order as to those terms?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And so, and you heard a conversation with Ms. Cole, so I'm going to ask you a lot of the same questions. You understand that it's standard that visits occur on the first, third, and fifth Saturday of the month. What are you proposing? I mean, when understanding, that you live in Dallas and she's in Liberty, what are you proposing? You understand we have a we're discussing the 4 supervised visits and the 4 unsupervised visits, and then the overnights before we can move to a standard order. So what are you proposing as far as where the supervised visits would occur?
Well, I don't really have much pushback on where it's occurring. I'm pretty mobile. It's just when I get down there, is it just Saturday thing or is it Saturday and Sunday? That's all we was really having, really more so of a back and forth with
Okay, and what is your preference?
Saturday and Sunday.
You would like to do two weekends where you double up. Is that
Yes,
correct?
instead of just coming down and leaving.
Okay. And as far as the 4 unsupervised visits that are 4 hours each, what is your proposal for where that would occur?
Madisonville.
Okay. And at the Buc-ee's that we discussed.
Yes.
Do you have a preference on whether that's doubled up as well, or you'd want to do 4 Saturdays in a row, or
No, double it up.
you would like to double that up too? Okay. And then after that, the 4 overnights, what do you propose for that?
Dallas.
Okay.
But as far as the pickup location, Madisonville.
Okay. Your Honor, I pass the witness.
And Mr. Hutton, do you have questions for him?
Yes, Your Honor. I just briefly, because I wanted to clarify this. Nobody like moved in this case. Y'all kind of started at the places you're at. Like you would be in Dallas and her being over in Liberty County, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And whenever you have to stay in Houston or wherever you had before, to be clear, you have to get a hotel for the night, correct?
Yes.
So in particular, if their visits happen to be in the Houston area, it would be, I guess, you might have more of a preference that they be the Saturday and Sunday because you'd have to have a hotel, correct?
Yes.
Can I clarify something? Because your questionings make me think I'm misunderstanding this. So is he asking for Saturday, Sunday to count as 1, 2, and then Saturday, Sunday, and to get it over with quicker?
Correct,
Yes.
Your Honor.
Okay. So he's not asking for Saturday, Sunday 4 times. Okay. Got it.
We clarify as well. For all these, the 4-hour visits, we're all talking about from a period of like 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Again, theoretically, your preference for all of these would be, the halfway point in Madisonville, correct?
Correct.
But you are willing to, go closer to Houston for the first couple or however many, as long as you can kind of do them back to back, so you're not having to get a hotel every time, extra weekends, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, nothing further on.
Okay. Do you have anything further, Ms. Montgomery?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Hutton, do you have any witnesses you'd like to call?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Trustee
Ms. Cole, as I said in the beginning, I was going to give you a chance if there's something additional you'd like to say, since you don't have counsel to ask you questions like Mr. G does. So is there anything you'd like to say? And Mr. Hutton, feel free to make any legal objections you think are proper as well. Ms. Montgomery. I'm sorry, ma'am?
Oh, okay. My only thing is the reason I said Houston just is because it's, to me, closer and a little bit more close to home and comfortable environment for the child. If we can't come to the agreement, we can just do the original and just drive Madisonville for each one. I'm fine with that.
And why are you opposed to doing what Mr. G is requesting?
Because since I have a second job that I work on Sundays. So at first we came to the agreement with the October thing. I was fine with that, him coming down 2 days like he
Let me
wanted
stop
to
you
do.
for a moment, William. I said in the beginning that they can't tell me about what you all discussed. And I really meant it. I have no idea what you're talking
Oh, okay.
about these things. So I get very confused and lost.
Okay.
And secondly, you're really not supposed to tell me about settlement negotiations. That being said, I do want to understand you having a second job and you're unable to supervise. I'm guessing that's what you're saying, but
No.
just kind of let me know where things are and what you can or can't do. Because I'll let you know generally, and I don't know a lot of facts in this case because most of this is agreed, but generally the more time someone spends with someone, the quicker they get to know them and the more comfortable they are. So I'm actually not necessarily opposed to what Mr. G is suggesting, getting this over with quicker, but like seeing the child more, because children don't have long memories, especially at 1.5. And so he might, from a child perspective, get to know Mr. G better, seeing him a lot quickly. But I certainly want to hear your side of why you think that's not appropriate.
And I'm fine with the gap thing. Like, I don't want a gap either. I'm fine with what he's saying. We
Okay.
can't come to the agreement of when it comes to the unsupervised visits about the dates. That's the only thing. And I have to see how my child is with him with the supervised visits before I just rush and think about unsupervised visits. I don't want to rush. I
And I guess
can't
why
rush
is
my
that?
child.
And my question to you is why? What are the concerns you have?
He hasn't seen his child since he was 2 months. He don't know what he allergic to. He don't know if he walking. He don't know if he potty trained. He don't know if he got a disability. He ain't never been to the doctor. He don't know what he say. He don't even really know him. He don't know how old he is. He never been to a birthday. My baby has never seen him. The last time he seen him was 2 months. A 2-month-old can't even recognize a face. So I feel rushed. And I don't want to feel rushed when it comes to my child. I'm just giving a complete stranger 4 hours of unsupervised. As a mother, I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't want to be rushed with dates. All I'm asking is, can we see what the supervised visits is like? Come back and then do the unsupervised. That's all I'm asking. We talking about somebody that's not just necessarily
So
in and
you're
out.
not,
It was in and out. No, we talking about somebody that don't even know what the child look like.
okay, so you're not even in agreement to do the stair steps that were discussed in the beginning.
No.
Ms. Montgomery, would you like
Only
to ask
thing-
more questions to flesh this out a little more? Because I'm not
Okay.
sure. I'm not sure everyone's on the same page, and I'm not sure I understand what people are requesting.
Okay, Ms. Cole,
Yes, ma'am.
if I understand, and you correct me if I'm wrong, you are you're okay with the phased in visitation, but
I'm not,
I'm sorry.
I think you need to break that down because what she
Okay.
just said implies to me she's not.
Okay.
So I don't want her to
Ms.
be confused. So can you?
Sure. What I'm talking about with the phase in visitation is you would start where Mr. Gee would be able to see your son those 4 times that you're present for those 4 hours, and whether that's doubled up or spaced out over four 4 visits. I mean, the first, third, and fifth every other weekend. Um, you're okay with starting with that? Is that correct?
That's correct.
And are you also okay with after that moving on to unsupervised visitation theoretically?
Once I see how he is supervised, if I could just say, I guess I'm trying to say it in my own words. Say if we do the supervised visits and something goes wrong, how can I reach out to y'all and let y'all know, hey, I don't feel comfortable with unsupervised visits for 4 hours? Just hypothetically, being that this is just a complete stranger. Biologically, that's his dad, but this is a complete stranger. That's my concern.
So you're at this point, okay, we could address this is a temporary order. We could address that at our next. Um, are you willing to go forward with the visitation as we had discussed as we've talked about today, as far as try the supervised and then move to the unsupervised? Uh, I just want to clarify too, I guess that, um, so your concern isn't with just the dates only? Is that what I'm hearing?
I agreed to the first 2 dates that we said in October with the back-to-back. I agreed to that.
Okay, but now you're saying that you don't agree now to moving on to the unsupervised. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes. That's what I never mind.
So are you asking for only supervised visits for maybe for the time being? Would you agree to that?
Yes,
for the foreseeable future?
for the foreseeable future. I'm sorry, can you break that down?
Are you agreeing to supervise visits only for the foreseeable future? Until we come back for the final
Yes,
hearing?
yes, that
Okay,
would
and
make me feel completely better.
All
okay,
right.
and would you be
Can
willing?
I object? Because we already have an agreement. Now I've got my client locked into an agreement and we're trying to like walk the whole thing back and permanently make him supervise. I don't think this is appropriate. I mean, they've already kind of agreed.
And I'm not sure what your agreement, I don't know if your agreement hinged on those 4 stages or not. So I don't
My
know.
understanding was we were just talking about dates, you know, like which date things are scheduled. And now we're apparently walking this back after putting all these
Well-
agreements on the record. My client would not have agreed to any of the rest of this stuff absent these other agreements.
Okay, do you all want to pause the hearing and go back and talk more? I'm not sure where this leaves us, because I don't disagree with Mr. Hutton. This is substantially different than what was suggested. And please know, Mr. Hutton, I've not made a ruling yet, one way or the other.
Yeah, I understand.
But yes, I do understand if you agree to like a child support amount and other things based on, you know, a totality of an agreement, and that totality is now fallen apart, that is a problem. So do y'all want to talk a little bit more, and maybe, I don't know if you all want to have a hearing on everything. I don't know if you all just want to put on more testimony about visitation, and I can just make a ruling based on what I hear.
I mean, I guess I don't know because everybody's already put their agreements on the record at this point.
Well, I
I mean,
haven't approved it yet, though. I have not approved it.
no, I know.
So they're still just out there, and I understand what you're saying. And you know, it almost, I don't think she meant it to be disingenuous, but I understand that it feels that way. You know, and I understand agreements are back and forth, and sometimes you agree to things because something else got compromised, and so I get it. I'm not trying to, you know, I haven't approved anything, and I'm willing to give you all a chance to figure out if you want to put everything before me today, or if you want to figure out what you do agree and don't agree to, or.
I mean, from my perspective, I had a 1:30.
Yeah, no,
I will delay it. I guess I'm more annoyed that we're gonna have to have a full hearing on this. We could have had this 5 hours ago or something like that. I mean, I can move my thing. I don't want to leave today without some sort of court orders. Not been allowed access for like a year while this case has been pending, and we need to have orders. So I mean, I'll do what I need to do to get it done. But I just, yeah. I guess legally speaking, I mean, I don't know that anybody even alleging any safety concerns either. So I mean,
Your Honor, could we take a brief recess to assess where?
yeah, Ms. Cole, was there something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to jump off what the lawyer said. He was never denied access from his child. He chose not to be around his child.
Yeah, but at this point, I don't know where we're going with this, so let's wait to, that would be testimony. But yeah, we can take a brief pause if y'all want to talk. If
Sure.
you want, I can just leave and you can all stay in here. That might be easier, but definitely stop the YouTube. If you don't want to talk on YouTube.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Robson, can you stop the YouTube and give me co-host? Okay, we are back on the record. So where are we?
Your Honor, the parties have reached an agreement on visitation.
Okay.
And Your Honor, the terms are visitation will be a phased-in visitation plan where visitation will occur the first, third, and fifth Saturdays of the month. The first 4 visitations will be supervised by Ms. Cole. They will be from 12 to 4, and the parties will meet at the Buc-ee's in Madisonville for that phase, for those visitations. Then the second 4 of the unsupervised visitations will be 4 hours from 12 to 4, and the parties will meet at the Buc-ee's in Madisonville again. And then the final phase, before we go to standard visitation, would be 4 overnight visits. The parties would meet up in Buc-ee's for that at the Buc-ee's in Madisonville again, and the visitation would be noon to noon. Noon from Saturday to noon on Sunday.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I can call Ms. Cole.
Okay, and then
Oh, just to
if they run out of these visits before they come back to court? Does it just stay at the overnight or does it move to the standard?
Yeah.
Which one?
It's the 3 phases and then standard. After the 4 overnights are completed, it's at standard unless somebody brings it back to court or changes things or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
What is standard? What is standard? Like just standard visitation?
He would have the first, third, and fifth weekends of the, well, he'd probably, since you're over 100 miles, he'd probably pick one weekend per month. For the whole weekend, he'd have holidays, shared holidays with you, summertime visits.
He get all holidays?
No, it'd be shared. It rotates usually. Except he would have every Father's Day.
Okay, and then what's the rotation? So is it evens and odds?
It is actually, yes.
Who get
Every other
evens
year.
and who get
So,
odds?
no. Whoever has one in the even years, the other person will have that holiday in the odd,
Oh, okay.
year. So you're it's not like one person going to monopolize an entire holiday forever.
Okay, so and just to clarify before we finish, we are meeting back up again in 6 months, correct? To finalize
Yes.
the order.
We don't have a specific date, but yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my understanding is you want this referred to the referring court for final trial. So it's
Yes, Your
unclear.
Honor.
They
Right.
might not be as easy to get into. So yeah,
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
final trial will be before the referring court, not the associate judge, me. So it's going to depend on their schedule.
Okay. But they will contact us to schedule. Is that something we have to schedule?
Well, we as the lawyers will get a date, but you will have to agree to it because you're operating as your own attorney, so you will be included on that.
Okay, Your Honor, may I call Ms. Cole to?
You may.
Ms. Cole, you heard the terms of the agreement that we just stated, correct?
Yes.
And are you in agreement with the terms and believe that they are in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
And are you asking the judge to sign the temporary order?
Yes.
Thank you. I pass the witness.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay. You may call your next witness, Ms. Montgomery.
I'd like to call Mr. Gee.
G. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, you'd think I would have it right. I'm very sorry about that. So you heard that the agreement that we read on the record, correct?
Yes, but I'm still confused about the days. Or is it just one Saturday for? Is it the Saturday and the Sunday, or is it just one Saturday each time?
It's just once. It's the first, third, and fifth Saturday until you move to the overnight visitation. And the
So
overnight
that's
visitation will
12,
be
12 different Saturdays is what we're looking at. But do you think this is the quickest way we can get it done?
Oh, it's definitely the quickest way we can get it done.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get it done.
I mean, I was going to say we're talking
Let's
like
go
1
ahead,
or
bro.
2 weeks difference from this stuff. Yeah. All right. Let me.
Yeah.
Now I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Hey, people do things reluctantly. You are willing to agree to the agreement as previously written, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
No further questions.
Go ahead.
Okay. So just to clarify, Mr. Hutton, there's an agreement. Your client agrees.
Yes.
Reluctantly, but agrees.
Yes. Then yes, Your Honor.
And it's just a temporary phase and a temporary order.
Right.
Okay. So it's going to all pass at some point, hopefully.
In a couple weeks.
In a couple of weeks. Okay. Okay. Thank you all for working this out. I am going to approve your agreements. So I am going to find that Mr. G is the biological father of Lennox, and establish him as the father based on the DNA report. At this time, we're not addressing name change because there was nothing. I guess that's one of the reserved issues. I'm appointing the parties as joint managing conservators for the agreement, and I'm approving the phased in visits as read into the record today, with the first phase, the first, third, and fifth Saturday of the month from 12 to 4 supervised by Ms. Cole. And you'll be beginning these visits meeting up at Buc-ee's. I don't know if the whole visits will occur there or not. But there's 4 of them. After 4 of those are completed, Mr. G will move to the second phase and have the right to visit on the first, third, and fifth Saturday from 12 to 4, unsupervised, meeting at Buc-ee's in Madisonville. So the exchange will be at the Buc-ee's. And then after 4 of those visits, it will move to the last phase. Let me know if I'm missing a phase. 3 phase. Okay. And this one's overnight from noon on the first, third, and fifth Saturdays, noon on those days to noon on Sunday, with a meetup at Bucky's both times. And then after that, it will move to the standard possession order once he completes those 4 phases or 4 visits, overnights, to the standard possession order with pickup and drop off still at Bucky's in Madisonville. And I'm finding that Ms. Cole has health insurance and dental insurance through her employer. And I'm ordering her to continue that or to keep the child on that plan for now, and ordering that Mr. G reimburse and pay cash medical support to her of $258 per month beginning October 1st, 2025, and monthly thereafter. I'm ordering that Mr. G pay cash dental support to Ms. Cole of $37 per month beginning October 1st, 2025, and monthly thereafter. I'm ordering that Mr. G pay child support, current ongoing child support to Ms. Cole of $575 per month beginning October 1st, 2025, and then monthly thereafter. All other issues not addressed today and pled for are reserved for final trial. And I'm referring the case to the referring court, which is the 253rd, probably end up before Judge Hinch, in Liberty County, Texas. I've heard the new judge might keep some of her family cases, but we'll see.
If we could just get an entry date on, I think it was September 30th was y'all's next date.
Yes, so entry can be set, I'll set entry on September 30th. If you all sign off on this ahead of time, no one needs to appear. If there's a drafting dispute, you should come and argue your point. And just for clarity, an entry is not to relitigate the issues. It's literally just drafting and whether there's a dispute in drafting. So that all being said, you have all, Ms. Montgomery, do you have all the information you need to circulate it to everyone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So unless anyone has questions, you are all free to go for the day. And I may or may not see you on the 30th, but good luck if I don't. And thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.